on seeing The Dark Knight Rises at a movie theater on Oahu in 2012. Today is Wednesday, 30 July 2025, and I am Tanis Coralee of Seattle, and here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, reflect on seeing 2012 film The Dark Knight Rises in a movie theater on the island of Oahu in the Hawaiian Islands in 2012 when I was living in Honolulu while attending the University of Hawai at Mānoa. So I started August 2012 and graduated August 2015. So I had moved to Honolulu and Mānoa specifically, and I went to see The Dark Knight Rises, and I saw it, and it was like out of theater like the next week. So I was deciding on what I wanted to do, like if there was anything I wanted to do, because it was a new school, new state, and so I was like, and I was figuring out, I'm finding a job and applying for the job and getting the job. So it was a bunch of transition. I was a transfer student, and I had previously been living in Washington State, but before that, January to June 2012, I had been living in Africa. So there was like culture change. So I was, and then the work stuff, and yeah, and so I was like, and the social networks changes that go with that, and so I was like, okay, I do want to go to the movies. I enjoy going to the movies. I'm gonna go alone. Not really because I don't know anybody, but just because like I have so much going on that I would like to go alone so I can be alone with my thoughts, and just enjoy the movie and not have somebody talking to it or have to talk about the movie afterwards. Just be like, just enjoy it. And I was like, I had wanted to see this, and I was like, is it still out? And it was still out, and I got it in like the next week and went out of theaters, or out of the theater kind of thing. So it felt like I was late, and then like I walked to the theater, so I did a bunch of walking when I lived in Hawaii. I walked both ways, and so I got there and it was really close. This or a different movie, I think I like arrived like 5 minutes like before or after the start time. It was like really close, and I got a ticket. I think this one I did arrive a little before, like 10 minutes before the start time, and I was like, oh, you're like, but they play ads. But here's where the emphasis at title level is on a movie theater on Oahu. They played like 5 to 10 minutes of ads. I was like, adjustment, they're not like, and the ads were like for the local taxi company, and it was about like, homeless youth in Hawaii, and I was watching it and I was like, this is very, like, there were local advertisements, and I was like, that is so freaking cool. Okay, like, I was like, there were less ads and they were much more relevant. Like, as a somebody living in Honolulu, it's nice to go to the movie theaters and see something that's like actually relevant. It's not about a hijacked video trailer experience about see more movies, right? Or this relates to chains on the mainland that aren't even on the island, right? So it was place specific, and I remember thinking that was very cool. And I sat at the back of the theater, and I remember I was like sitting there, and I was like, there was like nobody else, and like a few people showed up, and I was like, dang it, I could have been the only person in the theater, which I have done since then. F1 the movie 2025, earlier this month, July 2025, I actually did. I finally got that one. But like it was the movie where it occurred to me, like, that might actually be possible for me to do. Like, be the only person in a movie theater at a public showing of a movie open to anybody in the universe. Right? So I thought I was like, there were like 4 or 5 of us, in the entire theater. So I was like, new dream awakened, and it was a fabulous movie, and I enjoyed it, and it was a great one to see in theaters. I do not own a DVD copy of it, even though I love it so much. Yes, but yeah, that's a little bit on the movie going theater experience centric, but also transportation and life context of seeing The Dark Knight Rises at a movie theater on Oahu in 2012.